Think we can get started. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So, hi everyone. I guess, should I say doctor?
Nah.
We are doctors, but we're gonna go by first name here. I'm Shiley, and this is Sunny. So nice to have you guys here. So pretty much we want to kind of just talk about us and our medical journey and where we are right now, and we'll take questions and answers at the end for sure. So pretty much Sunny and I met about 10 years ago in medical school, and we've been on this journey through together. And like most physicians, we got into medicine because we really wanted to help heal people, like help people really optimize their health. And through medical school and through our training, we started slowly realizing like the conventional approach just really isn't allowing us to optimally treat people the way we really want to. And we actually started losing hope. Like, it was pretty depressing. And then through residency, we started going to more like integrative, holistic kind of conferences. And honestly, the first one I went, Sunny saw me when I came back from it, and I was like,
her mind.
like I was literally like, I was like running around in butterflies and rainbows. I just felt like, oh my God, there is hope in the world, like there is something beyond what we're doing, and there's like a huge mass group of like supporters and providers out there that are kind of practicing the same thing. So it got us like so inspired, so motivated. So from then on, like we've definitely like geared towards that practice and just been like trying to incorporate everything, like learn more about it and just like engage and just like really be open-minded. And so at this point we can say we're like pretty firmly rooted in integrative medicine and really like understanding that we want to take more of a holistic approach for people and see people more as a whole instead of just like treating them as fragmented pieces. So for instance, a lot of times people will go to their doctor with like vague generalized symptoms such as chronic fatigue or joint issues or sleep issues, anxiety, skin issues, PCOS, infertility, there's so many. And oftentimes in the conventional approach, if the lab tests are normal, it's kind of dismissed, which is really unfortunate because like clearly people are feeling these things, it's not made up. So, even things like, people just want to, don't want another Band-Aid approach. They want more of like a understanding of how to optimize their health and do something that's more sustainable instead of just taking a pill for every ill. So, there's patients like, my mom, she maybe I shouldn't disclose anything.
She's better now.
She's much better now. She was on medication. There's people who, there's a lot of people out there that we know who have autoimmune conditions and are on multiple immunosuppressants, and they've never been told, hey, your gut health is related to your immune issues. So we really understand that like people want to feel like they're supported, they want to feel heard. Oftentimes people are feeling dismissed, and that's why we created Satya Health, and we really want to just like help people find the underlying issue of what's going on and really like feel better, have more energy in life, just like thrive in life, increase longevity. And so Satya literally means truthful in Sanskrit, and we thought it was such a beautiful word because that's really how we want to approach our health, and really help people like understand what the truth is in their health. So we've created a practice model, and Sunny's gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I'll explain that. I'm just looking at, there's like 18 people and there's 19 and there's 17.
Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna fluctuate.
It's gonna give me some anxiety. Anyways, so our practice model, basically, the way we look at this is, life energy. That's how we view a person is that they are a life energy, and that needs to be optimized. It needs to be maximized in order to live the best kind of life you can live. So the craziest thing now is that medical science, especially in the past 10 years, has just blown up. There are things available on the market that they blow my mind, but I'm a nerd. So, but
You're a cool nerd.
I'm a cool nerd. They're fascinating, and they give us a level of insight into our bodies that we've never ever had before. So if we go back and think about what life energy is and take it to the most fundamental physical principle that we know of from science, it's really the DNA or our molecular selves, where the science is just remarkable now. And now just by taking a little bit of saliva, we can test your DNA. We can see the long-term view of what brought you here, and then also the short-term view of what you may be experiencing right now, and the reasons why. So it's mind-boggling, and I think I'm done explaining how wowed I am by this. But if we go back to what the DNA is and how it relates to our life energy, the major components that affect the DNA, the epigenetic factors, nerd words, that affect our DNA are really our lifestyle and our environment. And basically we look to optimize our lifestyle through improving our sleep, improving the way we eat, which is very, very big, and improving the way we move or exercise. And with the environment, we talk about improving the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and also the soil that we end up ingesting through our food. Now, a lot of people talk about lifestyle. I mean, that's pretty big. You can find like a lot of new doctors talking about that, and it's totally awesome and valid. It's just that it's probably about 50% of the picture, actually, and this is what the other side isn't really being addressed, is the environment. And that is half the battle, honestly. And it's probably mostly to do, actually, well, I mean, it's not probably, it's mostly to do with like unregulated industrial practices and how they're affecting our health, how there's like 84,000 chemicals available now that haven't even been tested. But this is something now that's known, it's brought up, and we have ways of looking at this that have never been had before. It's really, really fascinating, because like you can just do a simple urine test, actually, and you can see the level of environmental burden that you have, or environmental toxicity. And until you address that, until you really get to the bottom of that, it's very difficult to be healthy. It's very difficult. So, we've come across these advanced diagnostics, and it's just kind of blown our minds what we can figure out. We also do hormonal testing. We're doing GI, gut microbiome testing, which is a huge field, just exploding now. But the main thing that we want to get across today is that we have now the capability of looking at our bodies in a way that's never ever been had before. And our goal really is to use this advanced science and really educate people on how their body works, and eventually how they won't even need us. And I know it's like kind of like a shitty business model, but
Language.
but the point is that it's really about education. And if we go back to the life energy perspective of this, lifestyle, environment, DNA, these are core fundamental components, but that's not most of it. The most of it, where all human beings thrive, is really at the community level, at the consciousness level. That's what really makes up life energy, where we are gathered as a cohesive unit of people that are healthy, well-balanced, and we connect on that consciousness to amplify our energies. And that's what happens when that the most powerful shifts in the world are always when like-minded people come together and collaborate. And that's really what we envision Satya Health to be. For now, we realize that in order to get to there, people have to be healthy physically, chemically, and emotionally. But then once that happens, it's really about combining as a community and using our consciousness to amplify our energies and sustain our health, sustain it really as individuals, sustain it for our families, and sustain it for our planet as a whole. So big goals, but that's Satya Health, and we're gonna keep working at it for as long as Shai keeps me around.